Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPad video. So I'm going to be showing you every single app that I use and what I use it for. So I do have the iPad Pro 2018. As you can see, it has one camera. And let me just show you some accessories that I have on my iPad. So I do have the iCares screen protector, and it's very similar to the paper-like screen protector. So another thing that I have is a pencil case for my Apple Pencil, and this Apple Pencil case is very nice and thin just to protect the Apple Pencil. This is what the packaging came in, so if you guys are interested, just look it up. It did come in a pack of two, so I have this blue one and a pink one. Right now I have the pink one on. This Apple Pencil case still allows it to charge, and the double tap feature still works. Although sometimes I do have trouble bringing it up, just sometimes though. So another problem that I'm having with this Apple Pencil case is that it's getting a little loose, so it kind of moves up and down because it's not super tight anymore. But yeah, other than that, it works pretty fine. So another thing that I have on my iPad is this case from DTTO. It's from Amazon, so if you guys are interested, just look it up. So why don't we go ahead and unlock it and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the first row because it's just the regular Apple apps that come with every Apple device. So let's start right here with productivity. So this is where I have all the extra Apple apps that I use quite often. So I do have reminders, clock, calendar, voice memos, contacts, Find My, and then Life 360 and BB&T. So moving on from that folder, I have this next folder called Mail, and this is where I keep my iCloud Mail and then my Gmail, and then I have these two other apps called Word of the Day and Motivation. So starting with Word of the Day, this is a very nice app to help expand your vocabulary. Every day you get a notification and you can set it to whatever time you want, and you get a new word every single day, and you can also play it to hear the pronunciation of it, and it gives you the definition. You can also look it up on Google, and you have many options at the bottom that you can choose from. So you have a dictionary from all the words, a calendar, and some settings. So next up is this app called Motivation. This app is very similar to the previous one in the aspect that it sends you notifications daily, but this one sends you notifications of motivational quotes. So this app is very good for students who procrastinate. I am one of those students, but this app has actually helped me not procrastinate as much. Sometimes it gives you more life quotes, but other times it actually tells you like get up and chase your dreams. So that is a very cool app. So moving on from the mail folder, we're going to be moving on to this folder called Docs. And as you can see, I do have different colored hearts for all of my combined folders. It just helps me know what's going to be in that folder. But in Docs, I do have Audible. So Audible is a very nice app for students who are too busy to read books on their free time because they just have to study a lot. So this is a very good app to help you kind of do two things at once. So while you're driving, you can listen to an audiobook, and I do just have one audiobook. It's called The Cheerleaders. This is a very nice app because you get your first book free when you subscribe, and then if you want to buy any separate ones, you have to pay for them. So I would really recommend you getting that first book for free. Moving on, I will not be opening Docs, Files, or Drive because you guys pretty much know what they are. They just hold your documents in one place. But I am going to show you what Pages is. So Pages comes with Apple devices, and it allows you to make templates. It allows you to make school reports. It's very similar to Microsoft Word and Google Docs. So if you don't want to subscribe to those, you can totally do your school reports here. And it's very cool because they just have templates that you can literally just type over, and it's super easy. Beside Pages is Resume. Resume is one of my go-to apps for making my resumes. I like Resume and Word because they give you different templates you can choose from. Next, beside Resume is Slides. Google Slides, you probably know what it is. It's just a very simple and straightforward way to make your PowerPoints. Moving on from the docs folder, let's go into the entertainment folder. In this folder, I have YouTube, Netflix, the CW, Hulu, ABC, Disney Plus, and some store apps like Amazon, Sephora, American Eagle, Walmart, and Target. This is honestly one of the folders that I use the most. To the right of the entertainment folder, I do have this folder called photography. These are all the apps that I use to edit my videos, thumbnails, and channel art. The name does say photography, but it just doesn't mean photography. So I have camera, photos, and photo booth. Photo booth comes with iPads. Then I have YouTube Studio, which is the way I can upload my thumbnails through mobile devices, because usually you can just upload them through computers or laptops. Next, I have Fonto. Fonto is a very nice app. This is where I mainly edit my thumbnails and my channel art because it has many different options for fonts. So let me just show you guys with the plain image, and you can choose the size up at the top. So that is how I do my channel art, because it has to be a certain size. You just click on it and add text, and it has many different fonts you can choose from, and they're all really cute. Once you choose the font and add it, you can click style, and this is very cool because you can add shadows to the back of the letters. So I tend to do this a lot, and it just makes it pop. And you can also choose the spacing and underline it and the size and tilt it. It's just a really nice app. You can add different items, images, change the theme, crop it, and the best part is that it's completely free. iMovie is where I edit my videos, and you can make a movie or a small little trailer. So I'm going to show you guys with my video that I just uploaded a few days ago. You can split it and you can add audio. I like editing on my iPad as opposed to my MacBook because on the iPad the options are just straightforward and it's not confusing. So it has all these audios you can choose from. I think you can make some really nice videos with iMovie. You don't have to buy Final Cut Pro or anything. So for the We Heart It app, it's a very nice app to get cute photos. If you want something specific, you can search it up. So I searched up pink, and it pops up all these aesthetically pleasing photos. And if you find one you like, you can just save it to your photo album and edit it. So this is an example of a cute photo. Moving on from We Heart It, we have this eraser app. I use this app very often. You can erase backgrounds, people, anything you want from photos. So this is an example of my previous thumbnail. You can offset it so you know exactly where you're going to be erasing, but I usually don't like to offset it. I usually like to have it 7 or less. So then you can just erase the photo, cut around anything you want to erase. It has a very nice zoom. So as an example, once you're done, you click up at the top and you usually get an ad. So once that 5-second ad is done, you can save it, and it saves as a PNG, and you can add it to any photos that you edit. So yeah, moving on, we have Vont. It is very similar to Fonto, except this is a video version and you can add a text on videos. But if you want a more in-depth video on how I use this, just let me know in the comments and I will make sure to do one. To the right of Vont is PixArt, and this is a great community. This is another app that I like to use to edit thumbnails and channel art, and you can see what other creators do. But as an example, I'm going to show you this, and it has so many options that you can choose from. You can add filters, borders, and effects. There's many possibilities. Abyss Paint, I'm gonna be honest, I don't use much, but it's very similar to Procreate. If you don't want to buy Procreate, I recommend Abyss Paint. Canva is a great app to use whenever you want to make your own business cards and brochures. So moving on from photography, I have this folder called Social, and this is where I have all my social medias. I don't know why I have Kik, but Pinterest is a very nice app to get inspiration for DIYs and recipes. And then I also have Twitter, Indeed Jobs, and this random game called Cooking Craze. And then I also have this app called Magic Plan. You can make your own blueprints and add furniture, and it's just a nice app to play around and act like you're gonna be building a home. Moving on from all of my folders, I have this app called Okta, and this is what my college uses to do online work. And then I also have Cengage. Cengage is a nice app. If you're a college student, you've 100% heard of it. It's an online access to books, and it's a very nice app because you pay $119 a semester and you can get an unlimited amount of books. So if you have 10 classes and your books are online, you can get 10 books for $119. Next, I have eText. This is where I have my book for chemistry because it uses Pearson. And then Cerigo. Cerigo is kind of partnered with Cengage, I'm guessing, because it sends me my classes from Cengage, and it just gives me some study tools so I can study for my class. So this is an example of my psychology homework. So Google Meet I have up here because this is what we're using during quarantine for lecture. He usually just sends us a code and we just join it through there. Microsoft OneNote is an app where you can write your notes. So if you don't want to purchase Notability or GoodNotes, you can certainly write them there, and you can also type your notes. So there's multiple features on it. So Zinnia is an app that I like to use to make my planner, and this is just for whenever I don't want to carry around a planner, so I want to have it digitally. And for the free version, you get 3 journals with a limit of 3 pages each. And if you want to purchase it, you get an unlimited amount of journals with an unlimited amount of pages. But personally, I'm fine with this. I can just erase the stuff and write new stuff for the coming weeks. But you can customize the pages and planners to your liking. It's a very nice app. You can choose different templates. That's how I got that cute template. You can draw on it, add stickers, washi tape, whatever you would like. So if you don't like carrying a big agenda, that app is perfect for you. Next up is this app called Khan Academy. Khan Academy is very similar to Cerigo, but for this app you get to choose from different subjects, so chemistry, biology, math, science, and it gives you kind of like an online tutoring experience with in-detail videos and example problems. Next is this app called Elevate. This is one of my personal favorites because it trains your mind to think fast and it's fun at the same time. So it gives you 3 training sessions a day if you have the free one, but if you have the unlimited, you have I think 5 training sessions, or unlimited, I'm not sure. But you can choose which one you want to do, and the other ones are locked. I'm not sure if you have to unlock them by paying or you unlock them by mastering the others. So I'm going to show you an example with this session. This session is an estimation one where you have to drag your finger and guess the sum of some numbers. So once you click play, it starts you off with 2 numbers that you have to estimate the sum, and then it goes up to 3 and sometimes 4. So the tricky part is that you have to guess it in that amount of time up there on the right top corner, because it's allowing you to think fast. So after you finish, it gives you your feedback and how well you did. And if you want to continue to another session, you get up to 3 a day. So be sure to download that if you want. Next up is Quizlet. Quizlet is an app that is used for making flashcards, and it just gives you a lot of study tools. So it's very easy to create your study set by adding the definition and the word. I used to use it a lot in middle school and high school. So that is the last app that I have up there. On my little dock down here, I have my most used apps. So I have FaceTime, Messages, Procreate. Procreate I've talked about a few times. I'm not a good artist, so I usually let my nephew draw on this. But this is an example of a drawing that I'm doing right now. It's not finished, but I think this is a really great app if you are an artist or if you're taking art class, and you can sketch out your drawings here or even do them completely up here. So it gives you many tools and many different textures, including airbrush and hair strokes as well. So for the hair that I'm doing on this drawing, it's up here on the touch-ups. And I think that it gives very nice texture to the hair, so here's an example. It also gives you an option to time lapse it, so that's how you know that you are doing them by hand and not tracing them. And this app is like $9 or $10 on the App Store, but that is it for Procreate. So next up, I have Notability. I've shown Notability to you guys many times, but I love this app so much. It's helping me a lot right now during quarantine. You can add a lot of different pages. So for this one, I have 32 pages in one chapter. So this is for chemistry and it's chapter 13. So I like to separate them into parts. So this top part is part 1, and then I also have a part 2 and then a part 3. I like to keep my past classes up here for future reference, so I keep those in gray, and then my current classes I keep in colors. So this app is helping me a lot right now during quarantine because there's a handout and then I can just write the answers on the handout, and then once I finish I literally just send it off as a PDF through email to my teacher. So I'm really loving this app right now. Next, I have Google Chrome and Safari, and we're just gonna skip over those. But then I have PowerPoint. PowerPoint seems to be my favorite when doing PowerPoints. I tend to go for this one instead of Google Slides. Google Slides is just more simplistic, and this one gives you options to do transitions, and it's just better in my opinion. So next, I have Microsoft Word. I write everything on Microsoft Word. I rarely go for Google Docs just because I like the setup of Microsoft Word better. Just because it gives you APA style templates and MLA style templates. So if you are writing in those and you don't know how to set it up, it gives you templates. So before I got my MacBook, I used to type up my essays on my iPad, and all I would do is put my iPad like that, and then I would connect my Bluetooth keyboard. And I liked it at first just because the iPad was so mobile and I could take it anywhere, but it was kind of hard because I couldn't put it on my lap. So I'm really glad I have both of them now, just because I prefer the iPad for certain things, and then I also prefer the MacBook for other things. So as you can see, the double tap feature still works fine. So moving on from Microsoft Word, I have this calculator app, because for some reason iPads do not come with a calculator, so I had to download one, and it looks very similar to the one that comes on Apple devices, and you can still swipe right to delete the numbers. So if you want to download it, it's called Calculator Plus. The last thing I want to show you over here to the left is batteries, and you can add it to your widgets in settings, but it's very helpful to show you what percentage your iPad and Apple Pencil are on. My Apple Pencil is always at 100%. But yeah, that is all that I have on my iPad Pro. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also make sure to subscribe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye!